Hey guys, Zach is ZR Chess. Going to play some Blitz today. Just see what we can get into. Have some fast-paced games and see how we can think quick on our feet. And let's jump into some 5-3 and see how it goes. So if it'll give me a game, maybe everyone's playing 5-0. I prefer 5-3. Just because it's more like similar to a rapid. If you play quick, you get seconds back. Let's move this right here for y'all. And I will go ahead and play. Let's get into the London. There we go. That is better. Alright, so we're playing London. He's playing regular London defense. So bishop coming out. And if he plays c5, he'll be playing the correct London defense, which he didn't. So he is not playing the right London defense. That makes me happy. Let's go ahead and develop normally. Yes, I am just doing touchscreen here because. Okay, so let's see. We'll go ahead and bring the. Well, he's allowing me to take more center. I'm going to take it. He's giving me more center. I'm not going to complain. And knight comes out. Now, bishop on d3 doesn't look very good here anymore since he's got that fianchetto. And that G pawn is going to be pretty fortified. So I'm not sure I even want to do that. I think I'm going to go bishop e2 instead. Plus that way I don't block my queen protecting on d4. Because right now just the pawn's attacking it, but that bishop's going to be attacking it too once he moves that knight. It'll be an extra. So what to do? Do I take with the... can't take with the knight because he's got e5, which is going to be a fork, so we'll take with the pawn. Gotta watch out for that. If I would take with the knight, then e5 would be a fork, and he would have won one of my pieces. So, not a big deal, not a big threat. Do I want two castles? Is the question right now. I mean, obviously, normally, yeah, I do want a castle, but I kind of want to have some fun as well. Let's bring the pawn up. Let's bring the pawn up, see if we can throw it against the wall and see what sticks on him. I love this scenario here, throwing the pawns up against the opponent. Okay. See, that's interesting. I don't really mind my bishop coming down, I don't think. Or, yeah, so this doesn't look bad at all. That's more like it. Gotta protect that d pawn. And now my next move is probably going to be g4, unless he plays bishop g4. In which case I'll just play like knight g5. Either way, I've got my center fortified. His bishop can't do much because of my pawn on d4. But it is a nice bishop. It's a nice looking bishop over there. Both his bishops aren't doing bad. My light square bishop is lacking, but if I can move my knight out of the way and trade my light square bishop for that knight and open up that g file, that's going to be really nice. It's going to be really pretty. Oh, did he just blunder a piece? I think he just blundered a piece. So d5, and he has to move the queen. He takes b2, I take the knight on c6, and then he takes my knight on c3. Maybe not so much. Interesting. It's an interesting attack. Yeah, because... Yeah, I don't know. Then it opens up the bishop. No, I don't like that. I do not like it. So we're gonna go b1. I gotta watch my time too. I always forget I'm playing Blitz. Now that's why I like the 5+3. It gives me 3 more seconds every time, and I kind of just keep on rolling with the time. That was a good move. He's he's being smart about his options here. I don't see any further threat there at the moment. I do want to get that knight out of the pin, but right now, well, I'll break the pin. I'm going to go f1. It looks a little weird, but it keeps my rook on the h file and allows me to push that way once I inevitably push that knight out of the way on h5. Or if I trade the knight for my white square bishop, then my rook goes to g1 and looks even better. But with that pawn up on h4, I don't feel comfortable doing a regular castle, so my king will feel pretty exposed. Which I know it's technically okay. It would be, normal, but once I start pushing my g pawn, it's really not okay. King safe where he is on f1. So I've went ahead and locked down my position. I foiled his attack on the queen side. He really has no momentum over there anymore. He has no momentum pretty much anywhere. I've got better development than he does. That's interesting. He's going to try to push the b pawn. I do not care. So let's go ahead with the original plan and knight g5. Knight g5. Now his bishop can't go to g4 anymore, which is nice. That knight, however, I'm going to need to do something with. Knight e4 next, maybe? Yeah. Figured that was coming. So now this looks like a pretty good move. h5. Now that my bishop's in place, this looks really good. I'm trying to decide if he doesn't take, do I take the pawn on g6 or do I push to h6? Pushing to h6 will be, it'll lock the bishop back to h8, but to what end? He's still got that a1 h8 diagonal. So if I instead take the pawn on g6, then he recaptures the f pawn and now he's got an open file on the f file with his rook. Either way doesn't look great. I might just keep the tension going with this h5 pawn, not do anything if he doesn't take. Just keep the tension up. I would love to trade off that f6 dark knight. I could do that with knight d5. I'd be a pawn down if the queen captures, but h7 would not be able to be attacked. He's down to a minute time too, which I didn't think about. Oh. I'm not sure about that move. That doesn't seem right. Takes. Well, it's not terrible. No, it's not. It's not good though. So takes, and then takes check. Yeah. So I think this is right. We're gonna take, and I'm gonna be down a whole piece, but it's gonna be such an overwhelming attack. His king's gonna be so exposed. It's not gonna matter. This is the right way to play it. Yeah. So here I take with check. And now we come in and have some fun. I actually missed that. Interesting. Oh well. Let's go here. I gotta be careful here. I'm down 2 pieces, but his king is exposed, and I've got good lines of attack. Definitely a blunder on my part. I'll take responsibility for that. But it's still salvageable, especially with his timer and not like he is. Now, so let's bring the queen up. Mm-hmm. This is the right move. This is the right move. Okay. So now I take the knight, and things are opening up. So take the knight. I'll trade off some pieces here, and then try to get a nice end game. So trade. And now I get that knight. Oh no, I don't. Okay, that's fine. So let's look here. Let's go here. It's looking dangerous, but okay at the moment. Let's get in here. Yeah, this is going to be okay. Ooh, that looks ugly. Knight G3 is nasty. Glad he didn't see that. So I'm going to go ahead and protect against that. I can't. Can I? Let's do that. That kind of protects against it. His time's running low. He'll probably make a mistake here anyway. Let's take. He doesn't have much time. Right now I'm just trying to run on his clock. So this should be okay. That did it. Good game. All right. That was intense. I should not have won that game. That was... I made a mistake up there on the attack with the pawn when I let them take my knight, and then again with the bishop when I let the queen take it. Clearly wasn't paying attention because my time was getting low. Let's do another one. Let's see what we got. Okay, black this time. He's playing the queen pawn, so knight. Okay, he could still be playing a London. So let's... Here first is the right move. Yep, he's playing a London. Okay. I've looked at this, but I don't, I'm not super familiar with the anti-London. I just played London, you know what I mean? So from here, I believe I want to Fiat Shadow. What do I do? I'm so used to playing the London, I never play the anti-London. Okay, let's do this for now. Meet in the middle, kind of got a reverse thing going on. I can trade off the dark square bishop. However, yes, knight g4 could push the h pawn up, because normally if I just go bishop to d6, he'll go back. So this kind of here, this is a nice way to kind of lure the pawn up. Okay, and castled, so now I can do this without fear. So if we do trade, Not bad for me at all. It's actually a pleasant position. He had a pretty strong dark square bishop, and now he doesn't. So, yeah, the knight back here, and then on e4 looks promising. Which he saw. This knight needs to come over and start to the attack on the king side. Let's get in the fray. Let's go ahead and castle. Okay. So do takes and then push. Yes, this works. So let's go here. I know we're gonna trade, which is fine. He takes back, and now I push. And theoretically, I can keep pushing this f-pawn for a couple moves. He can't go to g4. He's going to really have to go to f3 or c4. I don't really think I have a preference at the moment. Really? He's going to give that up for an attack. Looks like a pretty strong attack. I'll give him that. But if I can get a double attack in there, Okay, let's think this out. I take the knight. He takes h7 check, king f7, queen h5 check. Mate, checkmate. Okay, so I can't do that. Well, I could. Yeah, wouldn't work. I could go knight g6 after queen g6. I lose the knight. King e7. It's just a mess. How can I protect against this? This actually does it pretty well. It's subtle. I like it. Plus, I'm attacking the rook. Now I'm attacking the rook and the knight. And he has no counterattack. That's the problem with counterattack. Sometimes when you do a counterattack, sometimes if they do a counterattack, you've got two pieces that are under duress, and you can't save both of them anymore. And that's the situation looks like he's in. I don't think he can save both of these pieces. He's going to lose one. Well, not necessarily. He could trade bishop takes knight, pawn takes knight, and then knight runs. Okay. Another counterattack. Can I capitalize on this? Or do you need to just defend? So if I take the rook, it's checkmate. You can't do that. So yeah, I just need to protect at this point. The problem was all three pieces were shooting at h7. But now that I've played h6, it kind of just destroys everything he had on the h file. Yep, takes. It'd be great if queen took that pawn. But he won't. Oh yeah, because my bishop's even protecting it. I didn't even see that. I was just looking at the knight being taken. So he's got to move the knight away. Okay. Okay. So what can I threaten him with? E8 looks like the best move at the moment. That knight's kind of plugging up everything his queen could do. So, I'm cool with that. He's kind of at a standstill over there. There's not much he really can do. If I can double up my rooks on the e-file, I will be looking very nice. He doesn't really have a good attack plan, counterattack, anything like that. I need to get my bishop off the last rank so I can bring my rook up. So maybe next move rook, like, I don't know, e6. Okay, trying to coax me out. I get it. And also attacking f7. Not gonna happen. Let's do that. Now both my rooks are safe. I can take the knight on the next turn. I mean, if he didn't move it, she's going to. And let's do that. He can take the pawn now. But I feel like the pawn's the least of my worries. Especially after rook e2. I can really start making some damage. Making some problems for him. Because after rook e2, and then potentially rook e1, he's going to have mate threat on his hands. I'm up on time. I came up on time. It's funny because he got these three pieces here really hammering at my king, and yet I'm just protecting this with 3 pawns and a bishop. I mean, there's really nothing else to it. I'm just protecting it with 3 pawns and a bishop. He's got a rook, a queen, and a knight. If you defend right, you don't need that many pieces there. And this has worked out quite well. Okay, so he goes there, and now e1. And he has to protect against the mate if he sees it, which I'm sure he will. Either way, though, I've doubled up my rooks on the e-file, and that right there is a huge victory. He did not see the checkmate, and that is a good game. He missed it. All right. Great game. He wants a rematch. Let's do it, sir. I will play the London this time. It is funny that we're both playing the London. I'm not even going to try to hide it. Bishop first. You know, sometimes you go knight first if you kind of want to try to hide that you're playing the London, but I have no plans of that. Okay, he's again doing the King's Indian against the London, which I've seen before, many times. We just did it in the last game when I played London. Happens often, but it's not the best way to play. The best way to play against the London is the way I played. Not exactly. It's the beginning of what I did, but there's more to it. Who is it? Agamator has a video online about how to play the anti-London. It's very interesting, and actually it kind of proves how good the London is with how well white can defend against the anti-London. I wasted a move, but that's okay. Now, I think this bishop's going to be best there. It's right on b3. And let's go ahead and stop that knight before he starts. Okay. go ahead and fight this. Have not been in this position before, I will say that. Okay, so now I will go ahead and trade. He's got double pawns in the center. He has the F file open, which doesn't do a whole lot for him right now. I could push the E pawn, try to get good positioning, or I could just play bishop E5 and try to trade off. That looks promising. Maybe I should play knight there first. Knight by Newman. No, I like the bishop there. It's a nice little outpost. Okay, so if he swaps, if he trades that off, that's okay. Because then I've got the knight there. Well, I don't know. Not sure how I feel about that. Because then I won't have the bishop pair, but I'll have two knights, which is still formidable. I gotta watch out for the knight taking b2, which is a problem. So I gotta protect b2. The best way is probably, unfortunately, queen c2. So we're gonna trade these pieces off. And I'll have a nice little knight outpost in the center because he doubled his pawns. Now, rook d1 will cause an interesting position where he can't really... If he does ever trade the knight, I'll have a discovered attack on the queen. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it's a possibility. I kind of want to attack that e6 pawn as well. I definitely want to attack that e6 pawn. And get my f rook. Well, but I've got a strong center. He's one to... Yeah, he's one to get his pawns back balanced again. Not going to give in to that. You don't get that for free. If you want to trade, trade. If I take the knight back now, I trade off knights, and he gets a pawn. He takes back the pawn, and then he has undoubled his pawns. And then that e5 square, well, it'd still be strong, but I really like his double pawns there. And have a nice little chain there where right now he's got 3 islands. He's got A, B, C, E, and G, H. Whereas all my pawns, I've got 2 islands, which is nice. A, B, and then D through H. And the more you can string your pawns together like that is going to, I say always, 90% of the time be beneficial. Okay. Now his knight is pinned. I have double pawns as well, but the pinned knight is interesting. And now we've got a fork. That was a blunder. He definitely messed that up. A lot of times here I'll just see a resignation. Either way, I feel pretty good about this game. I don't see any good way to defend. Okay. I will take. And then let's play that. Let's really hammer on that pawn. Okay. What to do? It's nice being a knight up in a closed position with the pawns like that. Now I want to play trade-off pieces because I'm ahead. Yeah, I wouldn't mind that at all. He's down on time, so I feel good about that as well. I always manage my time a little bit. The 5-3 is really helping versus just a 5-minute game. Seems to be doing the trick. So let's play that. I'm going to attack that c-pawn. His queen is not in the action at all, which is not helping him. It's getting there now. So I guess that defends. I just don't like it. It looks ugly. It's very ugly. But I've got his pawn stuck on e7, so he at least can't get a quick check on c5. He's gonna protect that. So I take. Okay. So let's bring the knight down, and we'll start an attack. Knight d4 is pretty strong. Knight d4 is very strong. Now, if for some reason I go knight d4, he plays c5. What do I do? I take rook, he takes rook, and then yeah, so stuff like that I gotta think about. And now I'm down on time. Okay. So I'm gonna do it. Knight d4. This just keeps getting interesting. Especially since we're down on time. Makes it very interesting. Okay. So I will go ahead and take that. Let's trade off. He's giving me a trade. I'll take it. Let's hammer this pawn again. Well, let's take the top of the file. Oh no! Okay, he missed it. Playing fast here, and that's not a good thing. So let's go here. Let's go here. Jeez. This pawn center is actually kind of killing me. Even though I'm up a piece, it doesn't feel like it. It's nice that it's a knight and not a bishop, though. I will say that at the moment, because he can jump in and out of these. It just feels right. If I had a light square bishop right now, it'd be very hard because of these light square pieces. So let's try to get in an attack. can I do? What can I do? Let's go here. Take, check. No. Let me go here. Okay, that's fine. Let's actually go check. And then we'll go check. Now I can take this pawn for free. Thank you, sir. Okay, and here I will go here. Takes. I'll get a piece, but okay. Oh man, it's going a little wacky. It's getting very wacky. Okay. Looks great. Oh, did I get a perpetual? No! Good job. Good job. Alright, that's about all I have for tonight. So 2 wins and a draw, I'll take it. That last one definitely should have been a win. But alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe if you like the video. Check out my other videos on the channel. Most of them are teaching chess and coaching different things. And I will see you guys next time. Thanks.